I'm gonna make this very clear for everybody. What those people did in San Diego with those ICE agents was exactly what needs to happen every single time that they show up anywhere. Now, of course, this comes with a massive caveat, which is this. If that continues to happen, ICE will continue to do what they did in San Diego, which is they will deploy counter munitions. Like
the people who stood up to ICE in San Diego are exactly how the resistance started. People don't know that the resistance is first fragmented. That's how it happened in the 40s as well. I've been seeing other videos of resistance groups also forming in New York. And some people are laughing and others are like not taking it seriously, but that's how it starts. Go.
Hey folks, just listened to the ICE raid in San Diego at the Italian restaurant where they took the manager and the workers, and the people stepped up and surrounded the ICE, which was great because they did not show a warrant to anybody. Got me thinking, we need to start carrying wire cutters, a pair of wire cutters in our pocket. Doesn't take up much room. Yeah, you could use them for zip ties, but you can also use them for valve stems on vehicle tires.
Just a thought.
Just a thought.
Hey my people, Gracie here once again, welcoming you back to the channel. I hope that from wherever you my lovelies are watching this from, you're doing alright and God has protected you and preserved you very well. I do appreciate all of you that keep supporting, generous souls that give me super thanks and super chats. Thank you so very much, and a big shout out to my members that choose to always support exclusively through the membership program. And definitely, as always, we have another interesting episode, and today we are going to be reporting on an incident that happened in San Diego, I think about 2 days ago. Yes, ICE happened to raid an Italian restaurant, and contrary to the normal belief where people give in, this time around it looks like the entire community was alerted, and it looks like now that's the way people are waking up, that people are realizing that it's not about the criminals anymore. These people are raiding businesses. These people are literally looking and targeting people that are hardworking, people that are paying taxes, and because of that, people are like, you know what, we are going to actually stand up to them, which is exactly what happened. Now, there's quite a lot of controversy with this, entire situation, because the way ICE came, full combat, and just the costumes they had on, throwing, the tear gas and stuff like that. Yeah. It was just ridiculous. It's gotten a lot of people talking, and we are going to look at the videos where people were chanting, telling ICE, shame on you. We're going to look at a clip that was released by the business, because after the raid, and they got a few people, but after the raid, the next day, it looks like a number of people decided to come out of the community and come and support the business. And we are going to be looking at individual reactions of people and what they are thinking, and there are those that are saying, because these people have changed their tactics. It looks like the community and the US in general has to change their way of reactions as well to these people. We're going to look at these videos together. We're going to come back and talk about it. Do me a favor, like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you think.
Así reaccionaron ciudadanos durante un operativo de ICE en 2 restaurantes en San Diego. Algunos se colocaron frente a los vehículos de los uniformados. Testigos dijeron que los agentes arrojaron bombas de ruido y se llevaron a...
I'm going to make this very clear for everybody. What those people did in San Diego with those ICE agents was exactly what needs to happen every single time that they show up anywhere. Now, of course, this comes with a massive caveat, which is this. If that continues to happen, ICE will continue to do what they did in San Diego, which is they will deploy counter munitions, like flashbangs. And don't think it stops at flashbangs. No. When these like field chiefs start feeling like that individual citizens are gonna start standing in the way of their numbers, they'll start using pepper balls, they'll start using tasers, they'll start arresting people who are interfering. Trust me, they will, but we gotta still do it. We gotta make it so untenable for them to continue to do this without a massive pushback that the only choice for them to do is either stop or make it a way bigger problem, because it is that big of a problem. I love San Diego. Love y'all to death.
The people who stood up to ICE in San Diego are exactly how the resistance started. People don't know that the resistance is first fragmented. That's how it happened in the 40s as well. I've been seeing other videos of resistance groups also forming in New York. And some people are laughing and others are like not taking it seriously, but that's how it starts. This is an act of heroism. For the longest times, the Republicans and MAGA have been saying the real heroes are people who target these innocent people without backgrounds. And in return, they've been twisting the narrative and being like every single one of them is breaking the law, blah, 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 when in reality, it's literally a civil offense. The same type of civil offense that you would get if you broke a car window. And that is under American law. Understand, if you want to continue this resistance, back in the 40s, this is how it was divided. There was groups that were involved in military resistance, others in intelligence gathering, others in sabotage, others in infiltration, and others in communicating to others and like making TikToks and educating and showing videos to others. Churches are also a big part of this. And I saw a video where a church in Oklahoma just voted to be a sanctuary church. Don't be discouraged right now. This takes years. These people in the government are not going to start. They still have 4 years ahead. And so as well as the other side, the resistance also has 4 years to form and get more strength. And of course they're going to say we are TRE or whatever and scare people and blah, blah, blah. And as you guys see, there's those guys already dressed up as soldiers throwing tear bombs, but we're not just going to sit here and stop talking about it or stop going to the streets and stop forming together as groups. Also, people forget that it's costing them billions of dollars to get all these people together, to pay the bounty hunters, to pay the private contractors, to gather all these innocent people from their workplaces and their homes. So sabotage right now is the best thing you can do. The more they're scared, the more they're like, oh no, they're coming, or people are starting to, throw water bottles at us, the more it helps the other side of Senate prove that it is not a good allocation of our tax dollars.
ICE agents just raided my favorite restaurant in San Diego with flashbang grenades. Yes, you heard it, grenades. Yesterday around 4:30 p.m., one of San Diego's most popular restaurants, crowds started forming for early dinner. And then 30 to 40 ICE agents with guns stormed this restaurant. Look at this. This happened just in the streets of San Diego yesterday. They stormed the restaurant, they gathered all the employees, handcuffed all employees, including US citizens, put them on their knees in the middle of the restaurant and started checking IDs. War zone. Look at this, grenades in the streets of San Diego. They said they had a warrant, nobody's seen the warrant. Employees were shaking. How can you resist people with guns and grenades? 4 people didn't have any IDs, including US citizens, were arrested and taken in ICE cars. Within minutes, the crowd started screaming at the agent and they were forced to leave. Guys, this is next level enforcement. It's doing one thing, spreading fear. Stay strong and follow me for days.
What happens when kidnappers are not allowed to flee with the people they're kidnapping? Like, what if there were kidnappers that showed up and you told everybody that you could that they were around your neighborhood and all those people decided to bring their cars and park around the block, blocking off all the streets? Would they be able to call 15, 20, 30, 40 tow truck drivers all at the same time? Or if they happen to be at a restaurant, if kidnappers came to a restaurant that has, bottles and cans and other things that could accidentally be left on the ground near rubber, do you think that they would be able to leave? Like, what would happen if they couldn't?
They're not interested in the criminals. They're not interested in arresting and deporting people who are wreaking havoc and committing crimes here. This happened in San Diego last night. ICE agents conduct an operation at popular Italian restaurant in South Park. It's a part of San Diego. Immigration officers swarmed a restaurant late Friday afternoon in South Park, escorting 2 employees out in a raid that left staff, the manager, deeply saddened and shaken. Usually, Buona Forchetta has customers waiting out front lined up to enter the popular Beach Street restaurant. Instead, after an hour and 15-minute operation by ICE, the jittery crowd wasn't waiting for Italian food. On the streets, on the sidewalks, large and small groups talked about what had happened. It was a crowd of curious, mad, disappointed people joined by television crews with cameras. If you go watch the video on this, you're going to see ICE using flashbangs and smoke bombs to try to disperse this crowd. People are pissed because they're going into businesses now and they're directly affecting the economies of these neighborhoods. Some of these restaurants are having to shut down because their staff is being detained. A lot of these guys are, I mean, most all of them are they're hardworking people. They're not here committing crimes. They're here trying to better their lives, to make their families, to better benefit their families. And this has nothing to do with criminals. This has to do with rounding up the brown people. They don't give a shit how detrimental this is going to be on economies, on people's businesses, on people's livelihoods. This is all about cruelty. This is all about racism. This is all about ethnic cleansing, trying to make America white again. This is where we are.
I've been studying racism for years and racist people. The current administration you have today in the United States, they're extreme racists. Okay? So when you look at what happened in San Diego at an Italian restaurant, it's going to get worse, right? They used flashbang grenades and all this other shit. Guys dressed in paramilitary denim, fatigue, faces covered, you know, and they look very out of shape, by the way, a lot of them, okay? They look very out of shape. But let me say this. People don't get the point that there's some people on TikTok that make videos that are actually try to steer you away from the bullshit before this thing all started. I'm one of them. And you can go way down on my TikTok, way before I stopped making videos about little dating points and type of way before, you know, go way down there. You'll see. I tried my very best to open people's eyes. I've been studying racists for years. I know how they are. I knew what the Trump administration was coming to do. I saw what they did 2016 coming up. The same group of guys. They're no different. I couldn't believe that there were actually immigrants who were supporting this bullshit. Now you see they got the backing of the Supreme Court. So no wonder they started throwing hand grenades and doing all types of bullshit. That means it's going to get worse. That's what it means. That they're going to get worse with this. You get what I'm saying? But people didn't listen. You know what they said? They said you're on TikTok, you're making videos for views and likes, and you're trying to make money. I've been doing TikTok for years. Never made $1. Don't care if I make $1. I'm trying to get the information in your head. Look at what they're doing now. You saw what happened in Tallahassee. Look what happened in San Diego, California, that Italian restaurant. You understand? You gotta look at America for what it is. This country started out with slaves. They abolished slavery, right? So they don't have no free labor. That free labor is gone. What they did, they imported labor, which is immigrants. Now they have immigrants. Guess what? Now you have human rights. Now they say, oh, immigrants have too much rights. So guess what they did? They want immigrants up out of here now because you got too much rights. Because your slave labor is gone. Slavery has been abolished. Immigrants got too much rights, right? So now they want immigrants up out of here. Immigrants was the cheap labor that replaced slavery. Okay, so they remove slavery. Oh, this happened in America. Remove slavery, imported immigrants. Now they're kicking out immigrants. The next thing they're doing is what? They're taking food stamps, Section 8,000 SNAP benefits, and on top of college education assistance. You see how they set you up? They set you up real good. There's a lot of people celebrating that, oh, let them get them out of here. Okay, you're going back to work pretty soon. Just so you know, you're going back to work pretty soon. Why? Because your food stamp and your Section 8,000 will be taken also. Your SNAP benefits and all this other bullshit. It will be taken, and healthcare, Medicaid and all this shit. It will be taken. Don't worry. They're getting there. You don't understand. This is a slow burn. Slow burn. After the burn is over, there's charcoal left. All that's going to be left is charcoal. So it's a slow burn. It's going to get there. It's called racist people. This is how they operate. Okay, they're always going to get you at the legal points. Legal points. And some illegal points too. Well, obviously, you can see happening with this administration. I've been studying racists. Matter of fact, I just visited a museum yesterday. Old slave plantation type place. I just visited because I studied it. I study racism in details. I study racism in depth detail. From museums, plantations, everything. White superiority. I study it. I know white racist people. I know who you are. You can't hide from me. I can see you from 1,000 miles away. Probably 100,000 miles away. I know you. I know white racist because I study you in depth. People, it's going to get tougher. You understand? It's going to get tougher because they're going to use all their resources now to publicly embarrass immigrants in the United States of America. All I can tell you is this. I tried my best to steer some people away, but they didn't listen to me. But now you're going to listen to them, though. You see how that works? You don't listen to my videos because you think I need your like or I need your views. But now you're going to be listening to them, not by will, but force. So you learn through suffering because you're hard-headed. A lot of you are hard-headed. They don't listen. That's all I got, man. Peace.
So the promise from this administration was that they were going to get rid of all the criminals, all of the illegal immigrants who were criminals, the people who were attacking women, the people who were taking children and trafficking them, the people who were robbing stores and beating up grandmothers, as he said. That was the promise, that all those people were going to be kicked out of the U.S. And I think most of us would agree that those type of people don't need to be living here. And I think we're all fine with that. But that's not what's happening, is it? No. And you know how we know that is because they're not raiding places where gangs and criminals hang out. We haven't seen any videos of them rolling up on a gang and kicking them out. All we're seeing is videos of them pulling babies out of mother's arms and putting the mother in handcuffs and attacking restaurants, where people are working, job sites, farms, hotels, things like that, where they know a bunch of low earning jobs are. So those are the places they're attacking, is places where people are working. So wait a minute, are they criminals or are they working and contributing to our society and our country?
Last night, where I live here in San Diego, ICE raided a restaurant and set off flashbangs against citizens. Take a look.
Get inside, get inside, get inside, get inside, get inside. Get inside. Get inside, get inside, get inside. Stay right here, stay right here, stay right here. It's okay, it's okay. Stay right here, stay right here. You guys said nothing's happening. It's okay.
I guess this shouldn't be too surprising considering the last time the Trump administration was in power, this stuff happened all the time at the border, but now it's happening all over our country and against U.S. citizens. But look at how the citizens here responded. The neighbors surrounding the restaurant came out and surrounded the ICE vehicles and refused to let them leave. And that's because they recognized that people's rights are being violated. The government is playing fast and loose with people's rights all the time, and we cannot stand for it. And the only way that we can overcome that is when we unite together like these neighbors did. It's really encouraging. Certainly, our Christian obligation is to stand on behalf of those who are marginalized, particularly those who are strangers in our land. The Bible outright tells us that over and over again. I was a stranger and you welcomed me, Jesus said. It is our duty to find ways to work together, to stand in solidarity, and to fight the Trump administration. May it be so.
Of support have been pouring into Bona Forqueta throughout the day after the restaurant became the center of a Homeland Security investigations operation Friday evening.
Bona Forqueta was packed with patriots today. Outside the restaurant's entrance were signs from neighbors showing solidarity a day after chaos unfolded. Homeland Security investigation agents swept through the restaurant as part of an operation, but outside, the community pushed back. At one point, flashbangs were fired as people surrounded the agents' cars. Afterwards, I met Claire Cody, an employee who was inside when the operation unfolded.
They come in and say they have a search warrant. All our employees were handcuffed and they searched our IDs and they took people.
Don't say a word! Bona Forqueta took to social media sharing they're working closely with their attorneys to help support their detained employees and their families. They called the way the operation unfolded nothing short of traumatic and said they're devastated and heartbroken. Their statement saying in part, "We are grateful no one was physically harmed. We're also deeply moved by the outpouring of support from our community. Please know that we see you, we feel it, and it matters." Today, Jean DiCarlo brought a sign from home to show her support. She says this restaurant has been a keystone business that has uplifted the neighborhood.
These are hardworking people. These are people integrated into our neighborhood.
In response to the incident, City of San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria said in a statement in part, "What we saw undermines trust and creates fear in our community. I raised these concerns and my strong objections directly with Homeland Security Investigations leadership this morning." Meanwhile, County Supervisor Jim Desmond defended ICE agents. A social media post reads in part, "It's about protecting our communities and keeping our country safe." Nancy Francis, who lives in Golden Hills, stopped by the restaurant to order takeout. She says she wanted to support them since they had to close down Friday night, but she's worried about the potential ripple effects this may have in the community.
These restaurants need the business. This place is usually much more crowded, so I hope that that's not as a result of people seeing what happened here yesterday and thinking, oh, let's not go tonight, let's let things settle down.
The manager of the restaurant did not want to go on camera, but told me 4 employees were detained. We reached out to the Department of Homeland Security to confirm the number of employees detained, and we're still waiting to hear back. In South Park, I'm Esmeralda Perez, CBS 8.
Yeah, like you've seen, those are the reactions of the people. It looks like there's mass mobilization now. People are realizing that it's not going to be the illegals that are going to be a target alone. That's why communities are now gathering together and they're putting efforts together. They're like, you know what, we have to fight as a group. You know, we are not going to let people, you know, be harmed, because the thing is, they're not just targeting the illegals, they are targeting Americans as well. And I think it's not that I'm supporting, you know, resistance of law enforcement, but the way and the manner that they are handling these, you know, arrests and raids is just out of hand. It's getting too much. The amount of force that most of these agents really apply is unnecessary. There's zip tie kids, zip tie old people, zip tie people that are not even resisting. You know, just the amount of force that they apply, it's really not necessary for people that are not resistant to being arrested. And contrary to the belief that was put out there in the beginning when these operations were beginning, that they were targeting illegals, gang members, criminals, people that are doing a lot of stuff in the country. These people now are literally getting everybody. They are targeting tourists to an extent that tourists are even afraid. People are discouraging others from going to the US. Even events that were supposed to be happening in the US, like the World Cup, you're realizing that there's a lot of controversy and concerns among the population, among the people, and they're like, US is not safe anymore. And I think it is so unfortunate that actually there is also members of ICE that have been captured with signs, white supremacy tattoos, and these people are deployed and employed to actually be getting people. And it's just really raising a lot of concerns. Speaking about, brutal force and all the unnecessary force that they are using, look at how the way they were dressed. Look at the, that tear gas and whatever they were throwing in the people. Like, I understand that the people were resisting, like trying to protect others because of the way these people showed up, right? And they come with, narratives like, oh, we have a warrant, but they never show the warrant. And they just disorganize businesses, find people that are working, no more businesses happening. It's just spreading so much fear, not just to the immigrants, not just to the people that are in the country that are illegal, right? But to everybody, because the thing is, you don't have to be an illegal for you to end up on the bad side of ICE. Yeah, you've seen quite a number of Americans that are going through this. You will see quite a number of them, Republicans, that are saying, oh, this narrative that is being put out there that these people the community need to fight and all of that is just resisting law enforcement. It wouldn't be nice to resist law enforcement if law enforcement was doing the right thing and it was going through the right procedures. But clearly, these people are violating the laws. The same people that are supposed to be protecting the people, right? They are actually doing the controversy. People are dying in ICE cells, ICE custody. They're deporting kids that are on medications. Like, it's quite a lot of things. So the same people that are supposed to be protecting the people, they are not. And because people are realizing that, you know what? They're not protecting us. These are people that are greedy. These are people that have, different secret ambitions from what they told us. And that's why people are reacting the way they are reacting. And I think from the happening of this, there's chances that there are going to be more communities that are going to be more resistant to ICE. Now, I understand you guys have to be very careful, because once communities start resisting, that might trigger them to actually unleash or, invoke martial law. And, just because I feel like the people they are targeting, that's like the target. If you're targeting people that are not criminals, right? What are you trying to wake up, right? I feel like they are trying to provoke people. Like, seriously. But anywho, that's how things are looking like. And for the people that voted for this, you see what you brought on your souls, because your businesses are going to be targeted. You see, one of the MAGA supporters that had, I think, a building site, and it was invaded, and people, like his workers, were taken, and he came crying out on the internet that, you know, they came and raided it and took good men out of his business. You see, your business is gonna be a target. I think now your eyes are starting to open that it was never about the people that are in gangs. It was never about people that are doing, or people that are criminals. You realize that them are still massively shooting. You realize that but they are never going. They are not targeting those people, right? So you brought this on just not yourself, but on everybody else. But yeah, I think people are also waking up to realize that this administration duped everybody from the beginning. Everything they said they were about, they were really, really never about that. Clearly, with the evidence of the things that are happening, people that they're arresting, people, the raids that they're doing, most of the people don't even have criminal records. And even those that have criminal records, they're just minor little things, right? Like traffic violations or just little things, right? Anywho, I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comment section about this incident and the collective efforts of the community in San Diego and what they did to fight for, you know, their own, right? Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I think from me for today, that's it. Yeah, until then, my name is Gracie and I love all of you. I'll see you in another amazing video. Bye-bye.